the Southeast PDP has already started the process of the zonal executive committee meeting, where likely the Southeast will nominate a consensus candidate, which most of us lawmakers and leaders has already agreed will be Udo-Okoye, submitted to the National Working Committee for ratification. And this process, is in line with also the Supreme Court decision, which said that issues of leadership are internal affairs of the political party. And in view of Anyawu's removal as National Secretary of the party, not even removal, in view of the vacancy that is existing in the office of the National Secretary as a result of his removal, and not just only removal, his voluntary decision to run for governorship, which created the vacancy in the office of National Secretary. The party have no option than to move in to fill that vacancy. So the replacement for the office of National Secretary, which is vacant or occupied initially by Samuel Anyawu, who is now a former National Secretary, the process of replacement has commenced, and the Southeast Zonal Executive Committee of PDP is meeting in Enugu State, and at the end of that meeting, a nomination will be made to the National Working Committee, which will be ratified subject to the next meeting, which is coming up. So the issue of who is National Secretary of our party, substantive National Secretary of the party, will be resolved in the coming days. Already, the party has appointed an acting National Secretary. The Deputy National Secretary is now acting as the acting National Secretary. That decision has also been ratified by the National Working Committee and also supported by our governors. And then at the next meeting, the substantive secretary, by God's grace, in the person of Udo-Okoye, who I'm rooting for, who majority of PDP members across all parts of the country are rooting for, will be ratified as the substantive National Secretary, bringing an end to these months of endless, shameless politics of, led by Anyawu, who is proudly working for APC, but desperately wanting to hang on as National Secretary of the PDP. So Anyawu's replacement will be filed, will be nominated in the coming days, and by God's grace, it will be Udo-Okoye, and everybody in the party, they can't wait to see this happen, because they weakened us so much and made us look so incompetent and so weak. So somebody is proudly working for APC and looks like there's nothing we can do to correct that error, that nonsense, simply because he feels that the only way to remain our National Secretary is to carry the handbag of an APC minister in the person of Wike, and then that gives him a ticket to continue to remain as our National Secretary. That nonsense has come to an end. By God's grace, Udo-Okoye will be nominated as the substantive National Secretary and ratified. But while we are waiting for that, you can see the positive development in the party. Like I told you before, that 2 federal lawmakers will decamp to the party, and those 2 federal lawmakers have also decamped to the party in the person of Honorable Beta and the other of our brother, who has also joined him to join our party. And they're so proud because of this prospect that is emerging, and that's why nobody will allow any political non-entities to stand in the way of formalization of a substantive National Secretary to fill the vacancy in the office of National Secretary, which is now